Fast loads and we get to like it too slow. That's the way this works. That's the way this works. Resaved all the backups with all the birdie badges I got yesterday, so we won't have that problem again. In fact, I think the only 3 I don't have are holes that I like never play. So it's unlikely that I ever have this issue. Unless for some reason I just want to get them for fun. I literally missed both second strat eagles for 1 frame. Literally. And we were playing okay. Again, 1 frame.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
1 frame mistakes are better than 2 or 3, like sometimes.
Nice shot.
It's technically a 1 frame mistake too. Kinda meant to slice that so I wouldn't get that big bounce.
Birdie putt. Nice birdie. Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie. Nice shot.
There's 1 missed frame anyway, right?
Nice on. Birdie putt.
I think so.
Nice birdie.
Who is my favorite?
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
Sometimes I don't even feel like going for this one, but can. And miss it. Works.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
It works.
Nice birdie. Nice shot.
It's a really solid bounce. I kind of wonder if that's gonna make it.
Nice shot.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Excellent. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
Cool, got fast buddy. He. One of these 1 frame misses. Hook is the worst one.
Chip in. Nice birdie. Nice on. Birdie putt.
It wasn't the club I meant to hit, but it was reacted too well.
Nice birdie.
That's a positive sign. -1 actually gets closer than 0 too.
Birdie putt.
It's really funny.
Nice bird.
Dang, that was perfect. I didn't even mean to do the blue putter, but it was perfect.
Nice shot.
Clubbing down maybe could have been better, but the putt like that is like, you're...
Nice shot.
I don't know about this distance.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
I know I didn't get very much of it.
Nice bird. Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice
Keep
bird.
just ending up on 3 wood. Pretty funny.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Dang.
Nice par. Nice shot.
Oh dang, we found the pin.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
That's a fact.
Nice bird.
Found the pin. Had the greatest start, but it went right from the beginning. Can't be too mad with that. What a fun part.
Nice shot.
May just stay in the fairway. Yeah. Which could be worse. Obviously. Just go for a faster.
Birdie putt. Nice bird.
Second shot then, since we didn't get the bunker.
Nice shot.
Really don't need to turn it all there. Well, a little bit, maybe a little bit.
Excellent. Birdie putt. Nice bird.
Up closing was like really good. The missing was the wrong way, but it went far enough that's actually not that bad because of the rain. So that kind of worked out. And missing worked in the rain.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Okay, it probably isn't on the green, or if it's on the edge of the green.
Great.
Sure.
Eagle putt. Nice touch.
Really?
Birdie putt.
Oh, really?
Nice bird.
It's funny.
Nice shot.
It's pretty funny. I think I'm gonna be pretty high on the slope when I do this. Yeah, way up here. +7. Coming in fast.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
I don't know why I don't think I'm like super back and this is too hard.
Nice
Not that it's gonna help to stop it, but it'll stop a little bit more at least.
Nice shot.
Should have hit it a little bit low, but it was so close to the rough, I was wondering if it was gonna make it over the thing.
Nice approach. Birdie putt.
And I end up on this straight uphill thing.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
I always forget where it's 3/4 and where it's a little bit less. This is the little bit less one.
Nice shot. Excellent.
Dang.
Birdie putt.
Dang.
Nice birdie.
Dang.
Nice shot.
Good flag. Just gotta get a solid line and then we'll try to get there.
Nice shot.
Good impact. I feel like missing a frame hurt me. No, I thought it may have helped originally.
Chip in. Nice eagle.
Take the eagle.
Nice shot. Chip in.
That works.
Nice eagle.
It works. I think we can all agree that works.
Nice shot.
2 in a row.
Nice on.
Super bag may have done 3 in a row, to be honest.
Nice
May have
birdie.
gone curved back toward it.
Nice shot.
To make sure this doesn't rain me, even though I don't think it will. Just in case, dude. Yeah, that was good. For a rain uphill or up club shot.
Nice birdie.
It was good. Into the rough. Into the rough.
Nice shot.
I don't have to birdie this one because of that other moment. That's fun. It's a fun moment. It's more than that. Try to figure out that frame along the way.
Nice par.
This is definitely too much, so I needed a couple frames to survive that.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
It's played very well after the miss at a power.
Nice shot.
Knew it was an overkill. I kind of wanted another miss it, but
Nice on.
it's probably safer that way, to be honest.
Nice birdie.
Alright, we're gonna skip it. As it is. still gonna be stupid enough, believe it or not. Believe it or not.
Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt.
Good.
Nice bird.
New gold sub 810, I believe. Here we go.
Nintendo. Camelot. Wacky time.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Oh dang, I need to take some off of that, didn't I? I don't think I'm using that much extra stuff there, but yeah. I think if I didn't lean it up, it would have been it. Oh well.
Nice shot.
As long as I use full distance, nothing this wind can give me should prevent me from making it.
Nice shot.
Slice was not what I was looking for, but apparently that's on the green. It's really good, actually.
Eagle putt. Nice eagle. Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt.
Nice.
Bird. Nice shot.
And you can't, like,
Nice shot. Chip in.
just hopped right in there. Can't down at all. At least from that, from there you can't anyway. Doesn't seem like. I misset the power again, so I have to slice over to this part instead to make sure I make it.
Nice shot.
So I didn't get the 4 iron, which is like a massive overkill.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice bird. Nice.
Yeah, I didn't need to spin, but I don't think it's that bad.
Nice bird.
Kind of thought that was short as it was. Could have been wrong.
Nice shot.
Can you hit the rough? Yeah, perfect. It's actually better, but won't go for that every time, most likely.
Great. Eagle putt.
Close.
Birdie putt. Nice bird. Nice shot.
This is probably the one miss that's okay in this case. Maybe. Maybe.
Nice shot.
-3. Looks good. Didn't stop enough.
Chip in.
Somehow they got in there with that RNG. Just hopped right in there.
Nice shot.
+1, very good. Should be easy.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Hook would have still been better, but
Nice birdie.
less stake issues when that happens. That's exactly what me slicing twice and missing 2 frames, not so much. How was this on the green? It's kind of good in a way, but I feel like I lost all the time in the shot. Maybe not.
Nice shot.
I'm not gonna go as low because it's a little bit far. Just to be on the safe side. I think I have front, don't I? Because if I'm almost at approach distance.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
If I hit that well, I can get an approach distance there.
Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt.
Good.
Nice birdie. Nice shot.
There's the 6-iron shot. This will be a little bit past.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
Okay, I birdied them all. I have to eagle the last one in order to skip this one. Well, no, wait a minute. I would have to eagle another hole that's a par 4, so that wouldn't quite work with it. Just do 5 and 4. Assuming that I continue to play well.
Nice shot.
Which I need to birdie this one in 17, right? And I'm surprised I went in the bunker.
Nice shot.
Okay, I have another mistake for it.
Nice ball.
Whoa. Ew. I said I don't have to worry about the slope and all those other issues with this as much.
Nice
You have to
on.
worry about the distance.
Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
You just gotta birdie the other one.
Nice shot.
Just don't go in the bunker. We didn't. Can admit that.
Excellent.
Seemed like an awkward putt, so we just went for that.
Nice birdie.
Definitely a gold. 833, dang. Dang.
Nintendo. Camelot.
Nice shot.
I kind of wondered if I was still gonna make it to the bunker after that.
Nice shot.
-2 really came through for me there. I was trying to hit an extra
Birdie putt.
less power off because of the wind, but I mean, it's not that long of a club, especially from the bunker. It doesn't stay up for that long. That's why you hit it there. That's the whole point. So
Nice shot.
it's a little bit hard. Yeah.
Chip in. Nice.
I'm actually kind of surprised I made that. Alright. Surprised this is on solid ground. But I guess sure. What in the world just happened on that shot? This is good.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Not sure how it took me a second to hit the shot for some reason. I thought I pressed A a couple times.
Nice shot.
Which is exactly what I wanted to do, but I think it's just kind of hard to hit that club.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
That aggressive on a club to front flag.
Fantastic putt.
Just got to hope that I do that basically.
Nice shot.
Is it too much for the shot? That's gonna go too far right with the wind. I guess that kind of makes sense. Needed more spin to make that. I was correct on what I needed to do. Needed more spin. Guess I could have done more power instead.
Nice shot.
But that probably would have worked if I still did that. This would be the first time I actually need backspin.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Almost always never get to the hole on this one.
Nice shot. Nice
What a
on.
way to save that shot. With that slice, what a way to save that shot. I'm pretty sure that saved that shot. Wanted one frame, at least it's on solid ground somewhere. Can I still get around? Kinda.
Nice shot.
Bad fairway, I may get on the green. I don't know how much spin it does with this much loft. Yeah,
Great. Eagle putt.
no more. There's this insanity right here. It's in the cup. Very, very interesting. We're not going to talk about that wave.
Nice shot.
Don't talk about it. Still in the bunker, too. That's what's funny. Did all that for nothing.
Nice shot.
The hook and the wind will bring me back. I needed more hook, though.
Nice
Less
on.
distance.
Birdie putt.
Or better RNG capo.
Nice
Okay.
on. Nice shot.
I think it's on the green, but am I going to like it when it's on the green?
Nice
That's what I
on.
thought.
Birdie putt.
That's what I thought. I tried to hit that less distance. That may have worked if I did.
Nice on.
It's the weirdest looking thing ever.
Nice shot.
I think turning left is the key here. Seems to be the key.
Nice shot.
It looks so evil, I just don't feel like playing aggressive except for the fact that I just hit a 8 iron too far.
On. Birdie putt.
An aggressive shot. Dang. Quirky looking putt. All over the place. All over the place.
Nice shot.
The hook was required on that. I'm in the semi-rough, but that's not a bad thing.
Nice shot.
It may actually get me on here. Not quite. Close. Maybe it's better to try putt with that curve than to try chip.
Nice birdie. Nice shot.
Zero fun.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Good.
Nice birdie.
The Celeste, how's it going?
Nice shot.
We finally had the really good sands. We had a lot of sketchy sands yesterday, but we had a really good sands.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
I don't know about this. This blooper started off really good, now it's just kind of existing.
Nice ball. Nice shot.
Seems like a good shot. Fairway first. Don't necessarily want to be in the rough first. I need to hit that harder. Thanks for the good luck, by the way. How are we doing today? Are you feeling it today? Whatever that is.
Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt.
Alright, one more.
Nice shot.
I kind of wanted to slice to an extent. Might still be able to get up there with semi-rough. Just need to get up there at all. Get up there at all. Without getting me -4. Just go up there. Stay up there. Alright, that's fine. Left's fine too, yeah. Some of the weird craziness happening.
Nintendo. Camelot.
It's going pretty well. It's going pretty well. We're getting more comfortable with these runs today.
Nice shot.
Not about the turn in the hook. Like I feel a pipe in my future almost. Unless we hit the rough. Then we're kind of safe unless I get -8. Then we're just gonna roll it up to the green.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
That wasn't really that bad. It was actually pretty fast, to be honest. We're doing that hook. No, I'm always focused and too serious too often, don't I? It's pretty bad. It doesn't mean that I'm mad all the time, though. It just means, you know, personality is weird.
Nice shot. Chip in. Nice
Like that. We did not need topspin. I think I forgot that it was... That was correct, but I had to do more spin.
Nice par.
I think I forgot that it upgraded the club there. When that happened. I'm gonna try backspin. It's not really just... Yeah, that's some of it. I make it. It's not a good place to be, but I make it. I mean, I'm kind of serious, but I mean, just like...
Birdie
I mean, general normal face isn't as positive as it is for others, so people will just say I'm angry or sad or evil, even though I'm not really... just not making a face at all, it's just my normal face.
nice shot.
You know, I don't really know what to do sometimes. It's a little weird.
Shot. Nice on. Birdie putt.
That went really well on this hole. Appreciate that, but you're fun. If I feel like I have to focus, I just won't answer till later.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
I've done this before.
Nice birdie.
Can't really blame a viewer for asking a question or saying something. No idea what this is gonna do. What is this gonna do? It's kind of funky. Just need you to make it to there. Alrighty.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
I don't know if I made that. It's okay though. At least be a...
Nice par.
It was a little bit of a fun one. It was mostly the RNG there that I couldn't quite react to. But it's okay.
Nice shot. Great. Eagle.
Good.
Nice eagle.
I don't think it gets over this. It's a good downhill, like, shot. -2 is probably good since I had full power, to be honest.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
It's pretty good.
Nice.
Very nice. Tab, perfect. I don't see any reason why this would go anywhere bad. I like the wind against me here, and the extra power that I took off is exactly what I wanted to.
Nice.
Although it may not have been the correct play.
Nice birdie. Nice shot.
Right there.
Birdie putt.
Right there.
Nice birdie. Nice shot.
Okay, just may go in the rough. I think I overestimated the while we just fade the booze and end up some type of weird sandy of a shot. Okay, I did what I wanted there. That works. That's what I was trying to do. I figured that would be slightly better than putting it. This I just needed to hit. I needed to not be afraid of that. There's too much wind and minus RNG against me. Just gonna get a bogey here real quick. Ignore me.
Bogey.
Couldn't can really turn that one shot. Okay, this should be good. I didn't want the slicing. Looks solid, but I think it's a little bit short because it's going to hit this rough.
Nice shot.
Not sure which way I missed. I think I missed left.
Nice ball. Nice shot.
Get up there. Yeah.
Nice shot.
It's like massively easy with Waluigi this hole.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Extra 10 yards helps massively.
Birdie. Nice
Good.
shot.
The slice kind of made me wonder just a little bit there. I like getting down there, but I'm not getting far enough. So I'm getting behind the mushroom and end up kind of screwing it when I get there. And then you do stuff like that. You know, it happens. But let's see if we can remember what we did earlier. I want to hit it shorter. Much shorter than that, apparently. Much shorter than that, much shorter than that. Next time,
Nice shot.
that's a fact. We don't do that again. Off the mushroom, I won't be able to skip the par 5. Run kind of died. And this whole, I don't know what the shot is right now. I lost about 40 or 50 seconds on this hole. In this carelessness. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Nice shot.
Hook is really bad too. This run's trash now.
Nice shot.
I'm not gonna be very far ahead. If I'm gonna be ahead, because we keep hitting it in more rough. Let's hit it somewhere. The best place to put it on the planet where I have to hit it over a tree. Because I could have hit it around it.
Bogey.
Nintendo. Camelot.
Nice shot.
By the large, massive club.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
By the large, massive club.
Nice shot.
Gonna be on wood or are we gonna be on rough? Rough is better. by far, for sure. And then the hook goes with the wind. I really didn't have a choice, otherwise it was just going to go even further. Could be too much. Bounced first, we're good. This will be on the side. The wind's kind of hard to deal with when you have to go around a rock.
Excellent.
Didn't really react to the wind there either.
Nice
Alright, I'm ready for the shot this time. Please don't give me back flag with a forward, don't do it. Well then. Alright then.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
If I hit the correct distance, it may have worked there.
Nice par.
Potentially.
Nice shot.
I think I'm on the back side of the green. Oh no, that's a very good day.
On.
That works.
Birdie putt.
Except for the fact I can't putt. Then you do stuff like that.
Bogey.
Alright, we're just gonna call this a run where I got a really good goal on some of that. Everything else, ignore the fact that it existed.
Nice shot.
Nothing else existed. Well, it's just a good goal in sand and cheap. There's only two there.
Shot.
Please don't listen to me.
On. Birdie putt.
It's a little bit too hard. You may have noticed.
Nice par. Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt.
I've noticed that this flag is a bit of a kill, so I gotta do a couple miss hits. Which I did. It's not the easiest putt in the world, but it's a better. The window helped me. -1 was good with the shot given. In this case, it was good. Hook. So now on the green.
Excellent.
Dang.
Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
Right to enjoy the work, Celeste. Don't let the work bugs bite.
Nice shot.
I had a feeling it was going to hit the pins since I had contact somewhere.
Birdie putt.
It's probably aimed at the flag
Nice
by default, you would think. Normally.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Yeah, this is too much. Not enough yet.
Birdie putt.
You get a little bit further. It's probably because I hit like a solid bounce. Still rather be reading the green either way. Now that is not good. That is bouncing back down and hitting the water, and I need to run surely. Fun days. Fun days.
Chip in. Bogey.
It's just about perfect as long as it doesn't touch the bottom.
Nice shot.
Slice hurts me. Maybe not. No, this works.
On. Birdie putt.
That may have been too hard. Ooh. Ooh.
Nice shot.
Should have thought about that shot before I hit it, huh? Thought about it.
Nice
Guess
shot.
we can just go over here.
Nice shot. Nice ball. Nice shot.
Yeah, I wasn't saving muscle. I guess we go ahead and get all the bad stuff out of the way while the runner's dead.
Nice shot.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Nice
It was a good that shot. I'm in that position for some reason.
Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt.
Too hard. Too hard.
Nice ball. Nice shot.
Didn't even right under it. Didn't even hit the fast fairway. I don't know why I didn't add spin. I guess just why, right?
Nice approach. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
Been skip the last hole for fun.
Nice shot.
Eighth bounces are the best ones.
Nice shot.
This is a little bit hard, but not bad.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
I'm actually still gonna get a 54. That's so wrong. Well, I'm still gonna PB rather. Yay.
And the award goes to Waluigi.
I win. Big time.
Congratulations.
Look, if that doesn't tell you how bad this PB is. Didn't lose time on that Badlands. Here. Basically didn't. Technically lost a half a second, but we can call it nothing, right? This is kind of the idea that I'm looking for. I mean, we should be able to get to a point where we should be able to skip. Double par 5 shouldn't be hard and cheap. As hard as it is in 80%. The sands I should be able to skip to, not necessarily 5-4, but 5 something. Blooper I should be able to get a couple skip in there once in a while. I'm just not dying peaches. I can imagine that peaches split. What was it? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. See, I did 53 summer best now. It was mostly the sands gold. $10.27. Not even as bad as I thought it was. Boss Peccoon. Instead of having the greatest lag I could do, I just continued on what I had. So we could say like 15 seconds in latitude. Could be more, but you know, just say that. Say below 8 is pretty good for cheap. Could get sub 8. That's pretty good. Sands I can eat 30. It can be better, whether or not I get that. Never know. But I think I still have a better gold than any percent, so that's not of good yet. Obviously, eventually I'll skip 2 with Luigi and Peaches at some point, and maybe in Badlands, you never know. Maybe miracles will happen, Cup. We can continue with not Star Luigi though.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice bird.
We're playing really well. I mean, I almost got a 30 with low lag on first hole. That can be fun.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice bird.
What does this do? Oh yeah, that's fun.
Birdie putt.
This is fun.
Nice bird.
This is fun.
Nice shot.
This is fun.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice bird. Nice. shot.
Really wanted the slice. I think we survived with that though. No really bad lag on console. Sometimes it does when it goes back there. We're gonna get a 4-wood and who wants to hit that? Or maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. I think that turned a lot.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie. Wow. Hole in one. Nice shot.
Would have been good if it wasn't raining. With rain, kind of
Chip in.
sure,
Nice birdie.
sure. Sure,
Shot.
sure. Dang, I don't think that's gonna make it now. 1 slice, yes. 2 slice, no. It's closer than I thought.
Excellent.
What was that?
Birdie putt. Nice birdie. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Didn't get a chance to try +1 here. Oh, dang, that stopped quickly.
On. Birdie putt.
Give me a positive and a negative. If I don't make this, man, that was a really fun looking putt. It's probably gonna be too much. I'm gonna need to hook with 1 wood. Worked out quite well.
Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
+1 strat would be 1 frame less than the mistake I just did.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
At first I thought it went in only sometimes, but it goes in. Then I got it like 3 or 4 times in a row, so I guess it's pretty 50-50. Or it favors you quite a bit, one or the other. Because I haven't missed it since there's 2 times in a row that I did. Maybe I up-clubbed it weird. There's 2 times, I don't know.
Nice shot.
Console related, you turn it on once and it doesn't allow it to go in, the other time it does. Who knows?
Nice shot.
That's what RNG is, kind of the... Good thing I used super top spin there.
Birdie putt.
That's all I gotta say. Somehow that ended up over there.
Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie. Excellent.
Dang, it's so close.
Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
That's a weird shot. Especially mainly over here. That's fun. And just slice there would have helped if I did.
Nice ball.
I keep getting right out of Lakitu because I guess low expectations. Because I don't need to be high the way these runs are going. Too much time save. Which is nice. It's nice to like see your improvement and then just kind of fly with runs for a couple days.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
I actually did save a little bit there doing that. Good.
Nice shot. Nice approach. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
I didn't want that much slice, that's bad. Backspin, that would have been fine. Top spin, not so much.
Nice shot.
Chip may work.
Nice birdie.
Yeah. Didn't want to putt that one for some reason. No, it is kind of straight.
Nice shot.
Okay, the rain hangs this a little bit, so most likely you don't want to spin this. What a good idea, what a good. Okay, are we going in the trees or what are we going in? We went through the trees, we went so far right. Yeah.
Excellent. Birdie putt.
Would have been epic to make that.
Nice birdie.
It was on target.
Nice shot.
Minus RNG, very nice. I like to see minus RNG.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Going downhill slow, that was really quick. Exactly what.
Nice shot.
I just have to get out of the way of the tree here. I'll just live with the no approach. It may not even make it. It may actually be right this time that it won't make it.
On. Birdie putt.
Potentially.
Nice birdie.
Dang, I found a really good bounce.
Birdie putt.
I don't know if I wanted to, but I did. I'm surprised it curved to more than that.
Nice ball.
Must have been something at the very end.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
I like getting a nice shot on an approach shot.
Approach. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
You don't see those often.
Nice shot. Nice
I don't know about the slice. Need to be over here on like an uphill putt.
Great. Eagle putt.
I was gonna say I could make this. could make this. It's not too unreasonable. This one is probably a bit much. Otherwise, maybe okay.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Curved more the other way. Which way did I turn?
Nice par. Nice shot.
Well, knowing the last shot, I guess it turns back to the hole that way.
Birdie putt.
I need to try a super backspin if I keep doing that. See if it like turns a little bit more.
Nice shot.
Keep hitting this like in between slopes. Here we go. Much less painful looking. Yeah, it was a little bit too much spin. A little bit. Even I'll admit it. Oh, dude, really?
Nice par.
We were playing this one.
Nice shot.
Getting a mark is essential on this hole. Pretty essential. To be honest, it's a pretty hard tee shot.
Nice shot.
You got the tee shot, it's not the greatest second shot if you get this flag either.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice
I didn't think that chip was realistic, so just didn't do it. Good. This needs this spin, but it'll be fine.
excellent.
Dang, really?
Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
Really? I'm gonna check 137 later. Make sure that doesn't go in with super top, because that would be nice. It'd be really fast looking too.
On. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
It'd be nice just because it would give me a mark. Oh, they had to sit here and think, oh yeah, skip this hole. I think I'm getting like 8, 10, 8, 20. So I'm going directly into the bunker.
Nice shot.
Plus RNG, very nice. Or minus RNG, very nice, rather.
Nice on. Birdie
You
putt.
don't really want to hook when you do that, but
Nice
I
birdie.
guess a low 20.
Nintendo. Camelot. Wheelie time.
Nice shot.
Off is the plan. +1 is a good plan. This may actually be okay. Thought 2 hooks was bad, that's some very good positioning.
Chip in. Nice birdie. Nice shot.
Should be fine. Maybe go a little bit too far actually if it doesn't hit the rough first. No, we're fine.
Nice shot.
Got a bad lie, I don't think on this slice massively extended that. It looked like I almost got there. I was looking for 2 frames.
Birdie putt.
Probably should have moved it.
Nice birdie. Nice shot. Nice shot.
I was looking for a hook that probably would have been slightly better to do.
Nice shot.
Dang, really?
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
It's alright. Okay, I got enough power this time. May actually be too much. A little bit.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
The backspin that I wanted to do there would have been the key to making that a little bit easier to make. At least.
Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt.
Okay, good. We almost need to add topspin to that. I'm not sure just letting that roll like you do at 80% for the same club is going to work either. To be 100% honest with you. What is a good fix for what I did there? 82 arm, 2 gram hook. Perfect.
Chip in. Nice eagle. Nice shot.
If there's a wind, whatever one favors the missing, it is probably the better one.
Nice shot.
This is the better flag for this type of aggressive shot than the other one is.
Nice on. Birdie
It
putt.
is very scary looking. Ooh, that hop is the reason why that was easily in there. Very nice. We take it. I've never done 2 par 5 skip in any category. It was really that consistent at sands regardless.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie. Nice shot.
I think I'm gonna end up with this one. And what in the world are you hitting, a pillar? Okay, well we just have a short shot, I guess. That I will go this way with instead.
Nice shot.
I meant to hook, not slice, so this is probably in the bunker. Yeah. In fact, I didn't really need to do that.
Chip in.
Good.
Nice birdie. Nice
Ooh, I
shot.
did not want to hook. Apparently we're alive. Alive, that's a good sign. That's good. That's all I need is to be alive.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
Maybe 60, alright.
Nice shot.
So we actually needed backspin. No, I'm probably fine.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
The good news is that the route with what I use, since I didn't skip 2 like I used to originally here, is that if I get this double par 5 skip, I don't have to do it to the last hole. So we're good. Because I would normally skip this one anyway. Regardless. So it's just whether or not I birdie everything else. That makes it pretty easy. Basically it makes it the same as any percent. Because it would be the same way. That's a nice thing about it. Here's why I'm going for these shots. I'm just insane, man.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Didn't turn it enough. Yeah, it's okay though.
Nice par.
Almost saved that one too. Almost. Apparently like double flame slice is the key. SB input somehow. Gotta figure out how the heck I'm doing that. Because I don't know. I don't know. Notice that no matter what hole positioning you have, you gotta take some distance off this club, otherwise it's too much.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
I mean, it makes sense because it's downhill, you're hitting a top ball. Short iron. Makes a lot of sense. Bad light is not necessarily a bad thing.
Nice shot.
It should be really good if it was the other flag, probably. Oh no, I just still didn't stay on the green. I end up in the same spot over here. Figured eventually I would make this chip. Speaking of making this chip. Yeah. E26 was one away from like a been like a 815 or something insane or something like that. I guess that makes more sense though. We did double par 5 and 8% is like a 30. So I guess if I don't go to the wrong course, wait a minute, go back over there.
Nintendo. Camelot.
See how much time I lost. Hold on.
Nice shot.
See how much time I lost real quick. I gotta make it to the bunker. Not quite. But why do I have a forward?
Bogey.
Cap of the urn. Came in just in time for me to lose 30 seconds to maybe. It was great. United one, how's it going?
Nice shot.
Sad thing is I don't think it stops me from PBing now.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
I can actually like shake it off and keep going here. That would be really funny to have in your PB too, but why not at this point?
Nice shot.
I like that water bounce shot, that's really hilarious. This is not aimed where this should be. I saw that shot. I saw that shot. I was able to curve it down here though.
Nice on.
I fixed it.
Birdie putt. Nice birdie. Nice shot.
Not really sure if this is like the best place to be. I mean, it seems like an okay place to be.
Nice shot.
Seems like a really easy tee shot, just turn, hook, and go. Just did that by accident one time and said, oh, it's pretty easy.
Birdie putt.
Seems to work for the two back flags. The front flag would be the only one you'd probably have to be less aggressive to get close to.
Nice shot.
Imagine this will be on the green, might be on the green. Well, that's right, super top is too hard, that's right.
Chip in. Nice birdie.
Let's see.
Nice shot.
So assume you make everything. So wouldn't it be funny if I just like make everything and skip 2 holes and just like skip everything? But lost 30 seconds to minimum, yeah. What do you think about that? That wasn't even aimed for the flag, I don't think. I think the slice put it on the other flag location instead. It's really funny.
Nice shot.
It's like my favorite shot of the whole run.
Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt.
Don't like it at all, but I really like it some other times. That's the first time I've gotten a lie I actually couldn't make it to back flag. Most of the time you can.
Nice shot.
Normally look for full power and a hook, but that probably works too. Yeah. I think that's one too much. We'll go with top. No, top is too much. I should just stopped it. Especially since that's gonna hit fast. I didn't realize that. Makes it very too fast. Doesn't it?
Nice approach. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
It doesn't make much turn to get into a bunker, to be honest. You almost don't have to turn at all in the world. I lied, you need to turn. Lied. You need to turn. Turn.
Bogey.
Interesting. Well, this is... I did everything you could possibly do wrong and went with the wind with miss it.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
I may have made that. Nah. Nah. Wasn't really that hard of a putt. I'm gonna try this aggressively now that we seem to turn left enough. Although I don't know if that's turn left enough yet.
Nice shot.
I honestly thought that said -5. I should have put a backspin on it.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie. Nice shot.
Should work, I think. Don't think I had to miss it that. For that wind, but it'll work. Like I should actually attempt to stop these shots. It may help me.
Chip in.
I'll take the eagle though. Cannot take the eagle.
Nice shot.
The great thing about star characters, you just take them eagles when you get them. I really wanted a hook there. Please hit the pin.
Nice.
Ooh yeah, best place ever to be on the green. I think I turned that too much. Actually no, I missed it short. How did I do that? Alright, it stopped the second it went down. All that slope and it just stopped.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Forget about this downslope. I need a little bit less than
Birdie putt.
even a hook or something to help me out there. Nice putt. Hey.
Nice shot.
This looks good again.
Nice shot.
Yeah, I felt like back was not the correct option. Choice there. You know, a little bit more gas.
Nice ball.
I have to realize this is really slow, but it's really slow because of the moment on the beginning here. It's not just because it's so slow. Take like at least 25 seconds away from what this is, and that's what we actually did on this course.
Birdie putt. Nice bird.
I'm still gonna get sub 10 possibly.
Nice shot.
I hit this fairway. Yeah, I got it. Don't got a good lie, but I don't think that matters. I'm getting up there.
Nice shot.
Didn't went too far. Should know by now you need backspin on the screen. That actually would have stopped with any backspin at all, just barely rolled.
Nice approach.
I got this is still sub 10. Yes, you know it's all turnies, no animations and whatever. Okay, so I assume I would have gotten at least a 30 there. It wasn't really that good. Speed was pretty okay. It's not the time for this. I could definitely save this time back. I don't know about a 2-frame hook. Well, we can save this time back. At least it's this flag.
Nice shot.
Feels good, although it stopped a bit early, but that's like a really good play. Dang.
Nice bird.
Remember I said when I was there earlier and I hit it really aggressively and said you wouldn't want to do that twice, too late.
Nice shot.
Already did. Boy. My favorite.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
So I was able to avoid the fast fairway, but I don't think I'm going to be able to avoid that. I really made that, really. How did that not turn more? Looked like it went off the slope and then went off the slope again and somehow stayed up there. I remember to take some off this time, but that still wasn't enough. Yep. Apparently.
Chip in. Nice bird.
At least I made it. I really didn't want to hook. Didn't want to hook. Don't hit that mushroom you barely missed. Appreciate it.
Nice shot.
It's gonna be in the back rough. Yeah. I remembered what the slope did after I already hit the shot. Eventually we'll remember it before. Eventually.
Nice shot.
Where did I press me again? because I switched from A to B on the input, I ended up looking 2 frames by accident. But we still made it. It's just 2,000 days ago, just moving over there slowly. But eventually, this hook was probably needed. This is why I actually did that one.
Birdie putt.
Intentionally, very nice.
Nice birdie. Nice shot.
Okay, this one will just be on the fairway. I missed the rough. I haven't found like a good rough spot yet, to be honest.
Nice on.
Just throwing that over there because it's going to be potentially too much if I don't stop it some type of way. I didn't really like hooking it with the mushroom the way that looked. Otherwise I would have definitely chose that one. For sure. Thought about 2, but I thought it was too close. Seems okay.
Nice shot. Great.
Like a really easy eagle.
Nice eagle.
I always love those.
Nice shot.
Preferred hooking over slicing there. I felt like that would have been worse than this was, and this wasn't good. Need to turn that a bit more.
Nice on.
Not in the bunker, at least in that bunker anyway. We're fine. Picked the correct message for that. I wanted to hook here, I'm not sure about this. E was correct too. Anything that would have stopped this ball would have been a good thing from doing what it just did. I like stopped there and laid,
Nice on.
then rolled into the bunker.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
I will say I didn't have to worry about that. That's actually gonna
Nice birdie.
help it keep it low. Should just hit it. Forget that this hole works that way.
Nice.
No idea what's about to happen right now. Okay, I think I hit regular fairway. There, just clipped it from the side. I don't want too much of a downslope. There's no way I get up there, so we're just gonna hit it over here.
Pin shot.
Okay, the pin shot's probably for the best. Still not enough, dude. The fringe and the rain destroyed me.
Nice on.
I miss it with that bad of a lie. It just causes so much insanity to happen, so who knows? Who knows? It wasn't as bad as I thought. A little bit. Good judge of distance.
Nice on. Nice shot.
Was looking for the slice. Did I get up here still? Yeah, we did. Okay.
Nice shot.
Don't slice. You're good.
Nice on. Birdie.
Just had to make sure I got around the pipe there. At least I can tell by looking whether or not I have that flag. I guess I could look at the beginning and then I would know from the beginning. kind of turned it to favor the hook, if anything. Just depending on if the 6-iron rolled enough, I just didn't.
Nice par.
Or even less distance here this time. Even less distance. How's that? Probably too much. It's okay.
Nice shot.
There's some over the mushroom.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Could make that. Depending on the hop. Hop is evil.
Nice par.
There is some slow back here.
Chip in.
That hop.
Nice birdie.
Interesting. Well, remember how I said I could come back? Well, it's an understatement. Ready for this? There you go. Like I said,
Nintendo.
that was more than I expected.
Camelot.
Especially from one hole skip.
Nice shot.
Assumed it was gonna screw me with the wrong club. That's what I get. Oh dang, you should have went in.
Birdie putt.
Don't make me feel the knot in the cup. Must go in the cup.
Nice shot.
Yeah, I think it was aimed too far right, so that's a good thing. I'm gonna be on the boardwalk probably though. No, we made it. We're just kind of slow. Getting there. Should have went with like a bad hook and a fade as opposed to whatever in the world I was trying to do there. Oh well, that could be worse.
Nice par.
Perfect.
Nice shot.
May not even make it to the bunker. Ooh, it's not a good place to be. I'll like bounce it off the side of this rock and put it in the bunker. That's about all I can see getting to happen in there. Would have been a weird birdie if that happened.
Nice par.
Why must he give me like a massive... Almost hit that too short on that one.
Birdie putt.
Massive under over clubs. Guess it's...
Nice birdie.
He has a real trouble in this hole, doesn't he? Shot making.
Nice shot.
It should be fine. I think there's a lot more leeway when you have this 3-wood here too. There's probably a lot to do with it.
Nice shot.
I actually wanted the hook because I didn't turn this enough, although I don't know if this is going to stay on. It's another reason why I needed the hook.
Nice shot. Chip in. Nice
Dig
birdie.
it.
Nice shot.
feel like I didn't have to take that off with the bad laugh. Look, the Michael has appeared. Or the PB that is apparently free because we thought we lost it by picking the wrong course in Blooper Bay and losing 30 seconds, but guess what?
Nice shot.
Not yet.
Chip in.
Barely we made that too.
Nice shot.
It's gonna be short, I guess. Yep. Yeah, +4 is a little much. Oh, there's the Michael. This is like so much mass. I knew it the second that I hit it. Saw 15. That was way. What in the world is this doing? It must have too much loft. I noticed the amount of yards that it showed me. I guess that's because his loft is so strong. So he can't even hit the correct club. So fast to finish the run before it started. Nice job. So far we're having fun with free PBs because it's literally free still. This isn't good in many places and still. That was good.
Birdie, birdie. Nice bird.
That was good. Maybe we can at least get 17 skip.
Nice shot.
I feel like I'm learning more about Badlands and what I want to do with any person to just getting here more often with Waluigi, although this shot is something. Why I put backspin on it? 7 frames, please don't go in. Yes. Yeah, that was supposed to be a joke right there. It's a joke.
Nice shot.
It was just me just hitting something.
Birdie, birdie.
Oh dang, that was straight then. Pretty convincingly.
Nice ball.
Waluigi is a very convenient shot if you just hit a low shot, it like plops right on the green. On the soul, it's very nice. Makes 11 not seem that evil.
Nice shot.
So a couple things that are weird, but then there's a couple things that are really good. You'd rather have Boo for some things?
Shot.
Really?
Nice ball. Nice shot.
And you can play this shot like really aggressively. It's scary. Who knows about as scary as it gets? Scary as it gets.
Nice shot.
To the bunker we go.
Pin
Oh
shot.
dang, really?
Excellent.
I had a feeling that was right on line at least. Just too much momentum.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Is this front or back? No, that's not bad.
Nice
It's
on.
hard to get in good position. With this is just a bad green. It was, I only hit that short.
Nice on.
That's all that happened there.
Nice shot. shot.
Okay, if we're on the green, that's a good sign, because we got backflip.
Lights on. Birdie putt.
I just need to birdie this one so we can skip the next one. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan to someone. Somewhere.
Shot.
Aiming directly for the womp's foot. Going around it instead.
Nice shot.
Going right in between the legs. Didn't even get the animation.
Nice approach. Birdie putt.
Good.
Nice birdie.
Already. Everyone ready for my favorite button, the speed run? I think that's what I'm gonna get again.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
3 for 3. Yeah. We know how to read that putt, that's all. We know how to read that putt.
Luigi.
Big man.
Congratulations.
Dang, if I didn't pick the wrong thing, the wrong course on blooper and reset, it would have been 53. Please focus on face, thank you. That's the second PB of the day. Again, we had a 54-44 earlier. I'm really not afraid to hit that because I'm used to the putt, I guess. Just read the green and hit the putt, I guess. We're still kind of supposed to be a joke. It wasn't really supposed to go in. Apparently, because I was like closer than the other two, apparently if it's 10 meters, 11 meters, 13 meters, they all are still the same turn every time, just a little bit left. I had one OB in Badlands, and who knows how many OBs you want to call for blooper. Lost 25 seconds, I guess 20. I got like a 9:55 blooper with the miss thing, so it would have been like a 9:20 something. Which actually would have been probably gold, to be honest. We're really close. Look, it's his shape. How's it going? $52 summer best. Yeah. We just need, what else did I have in this run that wasn't good? I mean, Peaches wasn't that great, we just did okay. Badlands still wasn't sub 10, and it's like 10 or 15 seconds easier with a Waluigi because of animations, right? Oh no, wait a minute, it's 20 seconds. You don't get the extra time with birdie badges. Plus, kind of varies on how many birdies you get. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I don't have to reset anything, so let's continue. Keep in mind, there's 2 PPs. I don't think I've reset today yet. Yet is the key word.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice bird.
Thank you, Windows.
Nice shot.
One in one frame. Yeah, found a reset gap.
Chip in.
Or not.
Nice bird.
Or not. I may have gone with that anyway, to be honest.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice bird. Nice shot.
I think that'll still be okay with a little bit of spin.
Nice
Oh
on.
yeah.
Birdie putt. Nice bird. Nice shot. Nice shot.
I've never witnessed this hard in this downhill slope. But it makes me wonder. Just a little bit.
Nice par.
Wait.
Nice shot. Nice.
That's tasty enough.
Birdie putt. Nice bird.
It's a couple frames too hard.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice bird.
Football. Really?
Nice par.
We're actually reading these putts pretty well, to be honest. We're not missing by much. If they are missing, I'm not getting like the extravagantly insane red meter putts. I'm smelling the first reset of the day. Still made it over. Maybe.
Nice shot.
Maybe. Maybe.
Nice approach. Birdie putt. Nice bird.
Of course you give me +1. Of course you give me +1 again, although I think this one is a good thing.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
be honest.
Nice bird.
It likes +1. The new metagame is +1.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice bird.
That +1's actually good for what I was trying to hit, but
Excellent.
one less frame means that, really?
Nice bird.
I actually didn't know that. Got a lot more one frames today.
Nice shot.
I must go now. Alright, enjoy your dreaming.
Nice shot.
Exactly, we must get to 53. It was apparently
Birdie putt.
not too hard. I thought it was a little bit harder than it actually is. Just gotta be like, play well, man. And just go fast and get like speeding on the man. Just gotta do it, man.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice bird. Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice bird.
Right, and because actually isn't as bad as I thought it was, but it's not great. It's definitely continuable. Because everything is continuable. As long as it makes the cutoff line, which this will as long as I'm birdie.
Nice shot.
Wanted a hook. Oh, that works.
Birdie putt.
Can't be mad at that.
Nice bird.
Can't be mad at that.
Nintendo. Camelot.
Still gotta remember this menu, especially for blooper next time. For no particular reason, just, you know, the course. This is not a shot that exists in this room. Actually, wait.
Nice shot.
It's gonna work if I get around here.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Okay. At least saved time because I didn't know what was happening over there, but it was pretty fast done. Didn't have to think about it.
Nice shot.
I guess I'll know what to do if I somehow do that again. Doesn't surprise me that much in the rain, but dang, massive sit here.
Nice ball.
It's front flag, isn't it? It may get there. It's too hard, isn't it? Yeah. Too hard.
Nice ball. Nice shot.
It's probably a little bit too hard here. You know what? You know what? Yeah, it's a little bit too hard.
Great.
Massive bounce saved me. But still.
Nice eagle.
It's like the favorite part of this run, just one just phase at the jump split. It's like beyond satisfying. This won't be in heavy rough this time. Should make this pretty easy. Unless you somehow get the worst RNG with it. You never know what may happen. Never know.
On. Birdie,
I mean, +4 doesn't affect pitching wedge down very much. So,
nice shot.
how in the world is that not approach weight? What is wrong with this game?
Nice on. Birdie, birdie.
44 is still not good enough yet. It's even on hop slow, but I don't know what's wrong. We don't know.
Nice on. Birdie, birdie.
Didn't mean to hit this club either. I was thinking it was the wrong hole. I try like remember this one by one because it's so crazy. I had a 3-frame lock, so that helped a little bit. Nice misdrive. So any type of way I could tell this without having to like find out.
Excellent. Birdie, birdie. Nice birdie. Nice shot.
Some back flag again. There's gotta be a plan somewhere for this.
Nice shot.
This looks pretty good, but I don't know if I wanted the backspin though.
Great. Eagle putt.
I can take that.
Nice eagle.
My favorite hole in the rain where it lags like 2 seconds in the first shot because it's like
Nice shot.
too much trees for it to handle.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
You want to make sure it was still going to make that because rain fakes you out more than regular. Not very often. Misses way too many frames. I definitely need some little bit of something to happen. I swear something's going to go in one day. These are too close.
Nice birdie. Nice shot.
I should at least get up there where it's an easy shot to hit.
Birdie putt.
Alright,
Nice birdie.
well, we can go for it. Routine is my favorite though. Let me tell you, let me tell you. It's my favorite of all holes in existence.
Nice shot.
Actually, I shouldn't have looked for this, but doesn't matter.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice
I'm
birdie.
gonna take it for this one, I guess. I didn't want to do 2, but I guess it's still gonna get up there.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
I may not roll enough to get where I want it to.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Really?
Nice ball.
Right, I gotta play this one.
Nice shot.
Okay, I hit one frame less, which is what I wanted to do at least. Maybe two would have been better, actually. Ooh, that's perfect. About the fastest I've played this hole, so
Eagle.
at least we didn't lose too much time doing that, I guess.
Nintendo. Camelot.
Inputs are so lagged here, I'm so afraid to like legitimately hit them fast because I know it's gonna happen too fast when I do. Please don't go in the wasteland. That okay, that's good. We're fine. Minus 2 is very good. The shot. Ooh, yes.
Nice on.
Exactly what I wanted there.
Nice bird.
Exactly.
Nice shot.
As long as you don't go too far. I think I hit the same spot as last time, I'm pretty sure. At the same spot. Pretty convinced. I don't think I'll make it to the green. Really close. Did I get it?
Chip. Nice eagle.
As hard as I hit that, I should have gotten it, because where else is it going to go way past the hole?
Nice shot.
This may have needed a hook, potentially.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Good.
Nice bird. Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice bird.
Okay, I guess. It's too much, just don't go in the bunker then. Rather took a solid bounce, at least it stopped up here. It's a solid sign. This is way too much of an overkill, I gotta stop this ball. Done very well.
Birdie putt.
I don't know why I thought it was gonna turn the other way.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice bird.
It's in the bunker. Can't just somehow get over there, can I? I'm wasting too much time doing this insanity. It's not the time to experiment.
Nice shot. Chip in. Nice.
Is what it is. It's slow, but it is what it is. It's gonna be unfortunate if I don't miss any and just sat there and wasted like 10 seconds.
Nice shot.
Or who knows how long. Be kind of unfortunate. Okay.
Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
Kind of forgot how uphill that was. I really didn't. Wasn't going to overkill like I thought it was going to.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
We work out pretty solidly.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie. Nice shot.
Went too far.
Nice shot.
Off 6.
Nice on.
It's a lot better than it could have
Birdie
been.
putt.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nice birdie.
It was definitely savable. Minus 15, not so much.
Nice shot.
Minus 1's not my favorite on this tee shot either. It was a really good roll.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
A shot it's always has good potential to go in. Could go in on either flag. You get like a random eagle there once in a while. It's very close every time, it seems.
Nice shot.
Not sure if that's gonna roll enough.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
Who knows, maybe I won't play the other hole as aggressively as last time, who knows.
Nice
If I
on.
make this one.
Birdie putt.
Which,
Nice birdie.
what was happening there, it turned back the other way too. What? Yeah, in the rain, I don't think it's a good idea, I'm not gonna lie to you. Although we just ended up in the bunker anyway, didn't we? Oh no, we're fine, never mind. Never mind.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
This was the same putt I had earlier, but it wasn't raining.
Nice shot.
Must I go for this insanity, dude? I only needed one frame. Hit that too hard.
Pin shot.
Yeah.
Nice par.
But that was a really fast 3-skip. So it's not the worst thing though.
Nice shot.
I took way too much off of that. Is that really on the green? Dang, apparently I didn't take too much off of that.
Excellent.
So he does somehow go in.
Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
Basically lost the shot for skipping 4 instead. I risked probably saving like 10 more. Correct menuing. magic. I'm telling you. It's magic. We said the fish bunker. Just do not, you know what, this hook will work with the wind, I guess. That's how I got this RNG. I think if I did super back, that may have been really, really, really good. Would it? I'm sure I did this on the same hole last time. Yeah, it's a little short. This isn't the slope to be back spinning on. I would say.
Nice ball.
I doubt that's not in the water. Yeah, it's what I thought. Wait, it went over the rock into the other water. Now that I didn't think is what happened. I'll admit. Didn't lose 30 seconds yet. I guess, right? Good solid flag again. I just think we get a 3 iron too. Very low and not like too much momentum, because the momentum is really hard to get on that green. Their top spin is too much with wind helping me. It looks like it's okay. On the green. I swear I don't know if it would have made it up there without it. Still, he may have. Underestimate it. As long as it goes in the correct bunker. You tell what to think with this angle. I always end up on the slope. It stops really quickly. I can't be mad at that, I guess. I mean, you know, you turn this enough, yeah. I forget that that tree comes into play on this and kind of in a way. Oh dang, I should let it roll. It's okay though. I look for the same thing every time. Hit power 1 less than hook. I think 1 less power was essential for +1. This is what I wanted to do, I don't know. Yeah, it's when you get a high shot like that, backspin is gonna happen a lot more than you're used to seeing. Right, eagle's an eagle. Okay, I know I'm not in the way of anything this time. I didn't turn at all. Lovely. I think this is exactly the same one I got last time. What a great place to stop. Guess eventually I'll figure it out, but dang, that's quite an overkill, isn't it?
Nice shot.
Just don't slice it. Not even sure if a hook is a good thing.
Nice shot.
Don't make anything about that tee shot.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
I'm not sure if I made that, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Nice par.
Yeah. I don't know why I backspin to needed a hook. Somehow this is on the fairway.
Nice shot.
Okay, I'm gonna guess front bunker since I'm bad lie. Yeah. See how makeable the chip is.
Excellent.
It would curve the other way.
Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
If I get the flag furthest right, I think it's straighter putt or straighter chip.
Nice shot.
In fact, that's probably the only one that's really bad.
Nice
This
shot.
wind is really going to help us +1.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
It looks so weird with all those lines. All those lines everywhere and no idea what was happening.
Nice shot.
No idea what was happening. Okay, I underread this a bit. I'm so used to overreading it. Maybe underread it instead.
Chip in. Nice birdie.
Chip in.
Nice shot.
That's a really good tee shot right there. That's exactly what I'd like to do.
Nice shot.
Couldn't think of anything else better. No real aggressive tee shot that I like to see here. Everything else seems really bad.
Nice shot. Pin shot.
The slice, I think, was the only thing that would not have worked there. It almost works still.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
Okay, playing the lovely hole as usual.
Nice shot.
-1. Put myself into the bunker day. Would have had that. Oh well.
Nice shot.
This is fun. I'm definitely gonna save time here, like I know I can save time. My goal is right there. It's definitely savable. I like it when it barely made the cutoff line. 2 strokes. It felt like barely. Why am I not splitting?
Nintendo.
Alright, so we're like 15 seconds ahead. I really don't want to do the tee shot I've been doing the last couple times. But it's also been really good at the same time. So it's kind of hard to explain what I want to do here. We're in the fairway. I ended up with a bad lie instead.
Birdie putt.
A fun place to be.
Nice par.
Salty, thanks for the good luck. How's it going? gang hook is very bad. Especially 2 frame. Time to something. There's our something.
Nice ball.
Nearly hit that too short.
Nice shot.
Luigi has a big overkill on this shot.
Bogey.
You just need to start off really good or like this.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
This works. I don't know if I made that though. Should make that.
Nice ball. Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice bird. Nice shot.
Okay, this wind is very good right now. This is what I need. Though I don't know if I needed that much spin with that wind though. How is that on what? What's this? This is a good peaches, dude.
Bogey.
This is me losing about 40 or 50 seconds like last time.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie. Nice shot. Great. Eagle putt. Nice eagle.
Only good shot of the day so far on this course.
Nice shot.
It is a fact.
Nice on. Birdie
It's
putt.
amazing how much better I play now that I actually read the distance of it. So I know how much overkill it is. I don't just hit shots and say, what the heck happened, Cap? You're not reading the lines, Cap. It was a good miss set, to be honest.
Nice shot.
I'm not going to do full down here because this is this flag and still didn't get there. So, you know.
Nice ball. Nice shot.
It's going to be on a different side of the green. don't want to be over there again.
Nice shot.
Yeah, turn more since apparently he turned a bit more. That's kind of the idea.
Nice shot.
Is it really on the green somehow? No, it just gave me that weird angle.
Excellent. Birdie putt.
Much better than he played that time. I will admit. Bad lie win with me +1. There's a lot of negative stuff happening and then other stuff to make yards go further at the same time.
Nice par. Nice shot.
Just gonna make it up there. It's actually bad that I hit this with +1.
Nice shot.
Poke was apparently a good thing.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie. Nice shot.
Yeah, it's already aimed a little bit too far right in the beginning anyway, so assuming the range is gonna do exactly what I need it to do.
Nice shot.
That's gonna hit fast fairway first.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Didn't hit it too hard.
Nice birdie.
Right.
Nice shot.
I feel like another frame was what I was looking for. Another frame was at least
On. Birdie putt.
the right idea.
Nice par.
I'm gonna be skipping this hole. It's time to lose time. This one really died in peaches entirely. Let's get some dirty peaches, man. Nasty.
Nice shot.
Does that not hit the star?
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice par.
Nintendo. Camelot.
Nice shot.
Slice is probably in water. Oh, it's not. Was it not in water? Oh, it bounced over the first thing and went over there. That works. This works.
Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
Haven't hit water yet there, it's surprising. You gave me the nastiest thing you could give me right there.
Nice shot.
That's a pretty good shot
Eagle putt.
for that lie. An eagle. I never would have thought that would have happened. Thanks for Wallabi's insane ability to hit it very hard. Who actually helped me.
On. Birdie putt.
That may have been in trouble. What?
Nice ball.
That nasty curve at the end, man.
Nice shot.
Is bad. It's amazing how much room of error you have with the 3-wood.
Nice shot.
Okay, hook is bad again.
Nice ball. Nice shot.
Actually in the rough too. Interesting. This is gonna be fun. Are you ready?
Nice shot.
-7 or +7 rather.
Nice.
It was played perfectly for the RNG that I was given.
Nice bird.
I thought that bounce screwed it. Literally. Okay, this is a slight overkill, so I guess -1 and wind with wind against me is.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
It should have made me not use backspin cap.
Nice shot.
Go too far. Okay. If that wasn't +1, that was probably correct.
Chip in.
+5. The world.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Hook is good. Oh yeah, that was perfect.
On. Birdie putt.
I don't really realize how much slope there is in the beginning of the screen. It's pretty crazy.
Nice shot.
Pretty crazy.
Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt.
Thing. I think I know what the problem is. I need to go with like a 3-wood or a 1-wood so that it rolls more. I think that's the problem with that. I believe.
Nice shot.
Slice is better than hook. I'm apparently still on the green or some part of the green.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Dang, dude. 2 putts were so close. gonna be hitting the bomb, right?
Nice shot.
This is not the worst thing in the world.
Nice on. Birdie putt.
Good.
Nice birdie.
Miss those other ones, and I make that. Makes sense.
Nice
Makes
shot.
sense to me. I wasn't worried about the down shot on the fact of that, but distance, as you can tell, I barely made that.
Nice shot.
I just need this to make this. It didn't make it, did it? Oh, it did make it. It looked like it was going directly down when it did that.
Nice approach. Birdie putt. Nice birdie.
Okay.
Nice shot.
How far is this going?
Nice shot.
Just too much, kind of what I thought. It does this, it just needs to get over there. That doesn't give me a non-shot.
Chip in. Nice ball. Nice shot.
Dang, that's very bad. Can't get out of that.
Nice shot.
Positive is I'm skipping the next one, I guess. This made it look like for a while that I was going to be on like the best badlands I had in the beginning, and then it just all died at one time. That's kind of the way it goes on the scores.
Nice shot.
It's so bad.
Nice shot.
It's gonna be a gold regardless, but I don't think I'm gonna PB unless I do the same thing I always do, Kev. Which won't happen this time. I think this is too hard to stay on the green.
Nice ball.
PB'd by 0.3 seconds. But that's funny.
And the award goes to Luigi.
Dang.
Congratulations.
It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. My good badlands is 9:30 for me now, I guess, because I was pretty good, and then rubbish at the end. A lot of good in the first like 9 holes. Thanks for the congrats though, Salty. Still improving in the category. That's like the 4th run I've done today. I reset 1 time, 3 times PV, 3 times out of 4. We lost some of best way down to like, I got like mid 52. This is a pretty interesting category then. Each category is going to be interesting going at it with a different mindset than before, so. As we do each one. And we're not done with any percent either, we're just. Seemed like a good slight detour. I think we have the blooper split cup. That run though. This time we had the really bad beach split instead. Stigmatized in 19 minutes. What did I do in beach? Just only skipped a 3 again, right? Good.
Wow. How'd you like it? So shiny. Eh? Huh? Okay.
Either way, that sounds like a good break for the stream. We improved a lot. We'll go for 50-30 tomorrow again. Thanks all for watching. Appreciate y'all. Have a good day. See you next time.